Breaking news, Henry County deputies assisting ICE agents in LaBelle. We're taking you to the scene, telling you what we know right now.
Plus, we'll tell you how long a Fort Myers woman will now spend behind bars after pretending to be her dead mother.
And the city of Cape Coral taking additional steps to protect burrowing owls. Right now at 11, let's get straight to that breaking news. Gulf Coast News working to get new information after ICE agents were spotted this morning in LaBelle. They were spotted along Garden Street and West Cowboy Way around 8:30, just west of State Road 29.
So let's get straight to Gulf Coast News reporter Mercedes Martinez, who's there now. Mercedes, what have you been able to find out?
Lisa and Alan, investigators have cleared out now here along West Cowboy Way and Garden Street in LaBelle. But the Hendry County Sheriff's Office does confirm with us that they were here along this home. They confirmed they were assisting ICE, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, this morning. Now, I have reached out to ICE. I am still waiting to hear back why they were here and what for. So you can count on Gulf Coast News to keep you updated once that information becomes available to us. I am live here in LaBelle. Mercedes Martinez, Gulf Coast News.
Even more breaking news, a Fort Myers woman will spend more than a year in federal prison for committing wire fraud. A judge sentenced 65-year-old Laurie Ann Roselle for the crime. Court documents show Roselle began appropriating payments from the Department of Veterans Affairs after her mother died. They say Roselle forged her mother's signature on multiple documents and then sent them to the VA to make sure she kept getting paid. At one point, she even called the VA and pretended to be her mom so she could keep collecting the money. She also has to pay back the proceeds from the fraud, which is more than $300,000.
Well, right now, Lee County deputies need your help finding a missing teenager. I want you to take a look here. Lee County deputies are looking for 15-year-old Dan Etienne. He's 5'7" from Lehigh Acres. He was last seen at Gateway Charter High School during school hours wearing black jean shorts and a blue polo. Again, take a good look at your screen here. If you think you know where he is, give the Lee County Sheriff's Office a call.
Gulf Coast News is finding out new information about a deadly crash in Collier County. The crash happened along Collier Boulevard and 17th Avenue Southwest just before 7 Tuesday night. FHP says a 44-year-old man from Naples hit a 49-year-old man on a bicycle. FHP says that man later died at a hospital. The crash is still being investigated. Could property taxes be eliminated in the Sunshine State? Fort Myers Senator Jonathan Martin is floating around that idea.
So property taxes are used in part for crucial services locally. Senator Martin filed a bill to be considered during this year's legislative session that starts next month. Gulf Coast News reporter Joshua Cole joins us in the studio with more on the bill and what it means if passed.
This idea sounds good on paper in some ways, but this new bill here, filed by State Senator Jonathan Martin, who represents Lee County, wants to look at cutting your property taxes and instead raise the money through consumable goods. That's the money that you spend on everyday items at the store or going out to eat. Now, according to state revenue data for 2023, more than $2 billion were collected in property taxes for Lee County alone, and it goes back to help funding schools, infrastructure, emergency services, and more. The state doesn't have 2024 numbers out just yet, but the Senate bill here filed just yesterday would create a study looking at how these public services would be impacted by eliminating property taxes and what it would do to property values and overall economic growth if it would actually attract more businesses or homeowners to the state. Governor DeSantis even posting online in support of this days before the bill was filed, replying to another post saying in part, quote, property taxes are local, not state, so we need to do a constitutional amendment, which I would support, or even to reform/lower them. We should put the boldest amendment on the ballot that has a chance of getting that 60%. Right now, there's more than a dozen bills already filed for the upcoming March legislative session that would give property tax exemptions to disabled veterans, homes for the aging, and more. If the bill passes here, we'd see a study get started just after July of this year and be finished by October. We're in the studio. I'm Joshua Cole, Gulf Coast News.
All right, thanks, Joshua. Now, we did reach out to Senator Martin's office for comment, but as of now, he has not responded.
From your Collier County news team, some Naples residents say they don't want a Costco built and would prefer to drive at least 30 minutes to their nearest Costco. So the Costco would go at the corner of Collier Boulevard and Rattlesnake Hammock Road. Over 200 residents gathered for a neighborhood meeting and made it very clear they would rather have the Costco built somewhere else.
How do you feel about this meeting tonight? How did it go?
Horrible, horrible. It was totally meaningless. And the argument, not in my backyard, never wins. It will never win.
So we attempted to talk to a Costco representative after that meeting, but they declined.
Anything that's going to possibly increase the risk of flooding in the area, we don't want.
One local group is planning to protest ahead of the next Cape Coral Planning and Zoning meeting on March 5th. Southwest Cape Coral residents near El Dorado Parkway and Rotary Park don't want to lose natural hurricane protection after homes flooded during Hurricane Ian. But a proposed plan for Redfish Point could mean the land designation could change to mixed use. The owner of the property wants the city's permission to change the land use to allow for hundreds of homes, a hotel, and a boardwalk along the riverfront south of the park.
So I'm afraid the developer would come in here and it's like chipping away. We chip away at the zoning, we chip away at the entrance, and now they have to dredge, and that's going to be further disruption to all the habitat here, and also it removes part of that storm surge protection and flood control.
The real estate company representing the property for the owners says studies have been done on the property to make sure the environment would mostly stay intact if the land use is changed.
Some local businesses in the Gulf Coast say they're willing to pay more for things like seafood if it means keeping the shrimping industry alive. Shrimpers say tariffs could shake up the seafood industry on Fort Myers Beach and beyond. E&J Seafood on San Carlos Island is the only local shrimp business left. The owner says the problem isn't just storm damage or even those rising costs, but restaurants choosing to serve cheaper imported shrimp. He believes proposed new tariffs on foreign seafood could really bring businesses back at local docks.
People are eating other shrimp, cheaper shrimp, and claiming that it's locally caught shrimp.
If I had to live here, I'd imagine it would be a little bit more strenuous on your pocket if you have to spend the extra money that the tariffs will probably cause. I imagine they will cause.
New tariffs like this could also mean higher prices at restaurants and for you, the customer. While some people don't want to pay for more seafood, others say the cost is worth it.
From your Charlotte County News Team, drivers might want to consider going a different direction if you're driving along Quesada Avenue. Quesada Ave at the Crestview Waterway in Port Charlotte is closed today through Friday. It's just off Cochran Boulevard. There's going to be road work there, but this should be cleared by the end of the day Friday.
Also happening in Port Charlotte, Cornelius Boulevard between Gennaro Avenue and Biscayne Drive is closed from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. through Saturday. Crews are making some repairs. Drivers, you'll want to consider going a different direction.
Lee County Commissioners are hitting the gas on design plans for the Cape Coral Bridge. County Commissioners have picked a design method. They voted Tuesday to move forward with expanding the Cape Coral Bridge, and the estimated price tag is $360 million. The plan is to replace both two-lane bridges with two three-lane bridges. Crews will also make other adjustments at the bridge. Construction is expected to start late next year.
All right, so take a look at this video. This three-leg gator is now at a local breeding farm after an Estero couple got quite the scare after the gator broke through their back porch Sunday night. Happened along Maury Circle just off Corkscrew Road. The homeowner says the gator somehow crawled under the gate, then scrambled all over the porch until trappers removed it.
I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, what? I was like, I had to run over to the sliding glass door, and that's when I seen
So the homeowner says that gator was around 7 feet long.
It's the deadliest drug in America.
I had people die, I knew people that died, and I just promised myself I'd never do it, and then I ended up doing it.
How Florida is fighting back and how we're seeing good results here locally on Gulf Coast News at 5.
Burrowing owls are all over Cape Coral. We'll tell you what the city is doing in order to protect the city's official bird.
Well, some of us thought they'd be here by now. We'll tell you what's ahead for the future of flying cars.
Tracking a cold front moving into the Gulf Coast by tonight. I'll take you hour by hour through the rain you need to be ready for.